It is March 2016. From Switzerland, a group of 4 riders is visiting Miller Ranch. They wish to discover the Sonoran Desert with the Missouri Foxtrotter from the Miller Ranch. Marino does not yet have great riding experience, and therefore he starts in the round pen to get to know his new friend, Winchester's Peacemaker. Stephanie was at the Miller Ranch 20 years ago as a trainee. She therefore knows the Missouri Foxtrotter. She was keen in showing her daughter Phaedra the Miller Ranch and Arizona, a place where she spent 6 interesting months in her youth. Stephanie got acquainted with Velvet Santiago on the playground, and her daughter quickly was bound up with Velvet's powwow. Therefore, she can follow her mother without problems on the obstacles. During the past 20 years, a lot has changed at the Miller Ranch. The horses became much better, the training more intense, and also the standards for training methods were raised. Stephanie always followed what was going on at Miller Ranch, and has watched the training videos also on our website. She absolutely wants to try the job with the barrel herself. Well, if not yet perfect, it is okay. Santiago and Stephanie only met an hour ago, and it looks like their friendship is growing.
Quick skin.
Before our first ride, we were going to have breakfast in our old post office, which also has a general store. 30 years ago, the store was far outside the city limits, and the cowboys came here for shopping. Today, it is a tourist attraction. The Miller Ranch is located in the southwestern part of the USA, in Arizona, at the northern city limits of Scottsdale. The ranch borders protected land which is connected to the Tono National Forest. Therefore, it is possible to start our trails directly from the ranch if we wish, and we could ride for several days without encountering other people. Here we are riding in the Sonoran Desert. The Sonoran Desert stretches from the southwest part of Arizona to California and Mexico. It is a green desert where the vegetation must live on little water. The most well-known cactus in the desert is the saguaro. It grows only in this part of the world. It can store up to 45 gallons of water, which allows them to live for many weeks without water. Here we ride from the ranch in a big wash to the Verde River. Dry rivers are called washes. During heavy rainfall, they can become dangerous, rapid flowing rivers. From the Miller Ranch to the Verde River, we ride in about an hour. Verde River, the Green River. The name is of Spanish origin. It is about 150 miles long. It begins at the Sullivan Lake, becomes a reservoir at the Horseshoe and Bartlett Lakes, and ends in Phoenix into the Salt River. On its way, it is flowing through Camp Verde, Clarkdale, and Cottonwood. The clear and fresh water invites horses and riders for a bath. Here at Seven Springs, we are riding today on a very scenic and attractive trail, typical for the Sonoran Desert. The small river has water all year round. We can see here the cottonwood trees, which are typical for this desert. They grow wherever water can be found. These trees can reveal hidden water sources in the desert, which could be very helpful for horse and rider. All plants here in the Sonoran Desert are not only hard but also have strong thorns. The vegetation has to live on very little water. Often it can take many weeks between rainfalls. Partly many paths on Arizona trails are very rocky, which is no problem for a Missouri Foxtrotter. 10 years ago, cattle were still grazing here, but the Forest Service has canceled all contracts with the ranchers, and only the fences and gates are still there to remind us of the old times. Sedona is situated 130 miles or 2 hours by truck north of Scottsdale. Today we are riding in the Red Rock country, a very remarkable countryside distinctive by the red sandstone rocks. Although today's Sedona became a tourist attraction, there are still a number of less visited and more difficult trails to be found. One of them is Secret Canyon, an impressive, scenic, and challenging trail. Next to beautiful rock formations, one can also find traces from the Sonora Indians, who had lived here up until 1400 AD. Not long ago, traces of human inhabitants were found who had lived here between 9,000 and 11,500 BC. Arizona is the Indian name for land of small rivers. It is always worth a visit, and so is the Miller Ranch and the Missouri Foxtrotter.
Good.